I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Back on September 24th, Port Jervis police responded to a residence at 142 Ball Street after receiving an emergency 911 call for a child not breathing. 13-month-old Cameron Canoff was declared dead after being rushed to Bon Secours Hospital. Now, following a week-long investigation, the child's father, 22-year-old Brett Canoff, has been charged with second-degree murder. Investigators say Canoff suffocated the child with a blanket. Information contained in an obituary revealed that the child had a twin brother who died on the day of their birth. Brett Canoff was ordered held without bail following his arraignment in Port Jervis City Court.
The defendant was arraigned today on one charge of murder in the second degree under a depraved indifference to life theory. We gave notice that the case is going to be presented to the grand jury tomorrow, and we're going to move on from there.
Canoff had been scheduled for a court appearance today on an unrelated criminal mischief charge. An indictment in this case is expected to be handed up in the next couple of days. Drinking water from a tanker truck is now being made available to a group of Town of Chester residents after an explosion destroyed a water treatment building last night. Police say a compressor that delivers water to the Kings Tract development off LaRue Road exploded. The water system is privately owned by the West End Realty Corporation. Police say a preliminary investigation determined it was caused by a buildup of pressure within the compressor. The budget fight is on, and the future of the Orange County-owned Valley View nursing home hangs in the balance. Last Friday, County Executive Ed Diana presented a budget for 2013 that would fund Valley View only until February. Diana says rising costs at the facility have created a financial burden to taxpayers that can't be sustained. Today, opponents of a Valley View sale or closure mounted their counteroffensive. Legislators Roxanne Donnery and Michael Anagostakis, members of a special legislative committee that concluded the county executive's Valley View operating cost figure of $20 million was exaggerated, outlined their own financial plan that they say would allow Valley View to remain in county hands. Donnery accused the county executive of ignoring their findings, saying Diana's Valley View stance amounts to little more than scare tactics.
We're dealing with facts on one side from sworn testimony. How dare you demean those witnesses, Mr. County Executive? How dare you? Sworn testimony, facts. The other side, fiction. I do not even know where it comes from. My Irish was up. Last night I came home from a function and I pulled these out. And you know what, Mr. Executive? You want to fight? Because I'm fighting on behalf of the people. And I mean all the people.
Reporter Chris McKenna will have more on today's presentation here at Record Online and in tomorrow's Times Herald Record. To restore Valley View funding, 14 legislators would have to go along. The deadline for lawmakers to vote on Diana's budget amendments is November 15th. In Sullivan County, a Forestburg man has been charged with dealing heroin, and authorities believe the brand of heroin he was dealing, called Last Dragon, was the same brand responsible for several recent fatal drug overdoses in the county. Last month, Sullivan County Coroner Alan Keston told the county sheriff's office about the fatal overdoses. That triggered an investigation leading to the arrest Tuesday of 45-year-old Jason Bolden, who police say was seen making a heroin deal in a Monticello parking lot. County Sheriff Michael Schiff says Forestburg appears to have been the base of operations. Deputies are working with other local police agencies that have been investigating heroin deaths to determine if they involve the Last Dragon brand. Well, police agencies in the region are well aware of this problem, the good resale market price for metals like copper and iron that have triggered a rash of thefts of metal piping stolen from buildings. Well, today Senator Charles Schumer was in Kingston to unveil his plan that would crack down on metal thieves. His bill would require metal sellers to provide proof of ownership, limit cash payments from recyclers for scrap metal to $100, and make it a federal offense to steal metal from critical infrastructure. And the senator chose an appropriate location to make his announcement, the Kingston Trolley Museum, which was victimized by a copper thief last November. And close to 1,000 people got an agricultural education last Saturday after spending time checking out the workings of an area farm. The Indian Acres Dairy Farm in the town of Deer Park hosted an open house, giving the program's many visitors an up-close look at how their milk goes from farm to table. Indian Acres is owned and operated by Michael Simpson and his family, the third and fourth generations of Simpsons to farm the 220 acres off Horn Road. Among the tour guides, Jennifer Simpson, a member of the Simpson farming family and dairy community educator with Cornell Cooperative Extension.
The importance of having a day like this is to just expose the people to their agriculture in their community, to show that there is a lot of agriculture and that it affects everybody, to show them that where their milk comes from, where their food products come from, and stuff like that, so they can actually see the importance of people doing this. There's no days off. You work 365 days a year. You have to be up in the morning to milk. You have to milk at night. The cows don't take a day. So there's no holidays, so it is a lot of work.
And besides learning about life on a dairy farm, those attending the open house could also submit an entry in the farm's contest to name a newborn calf. Warm temperatures will stay with us for the rest of the week before conditions cool down over the weekend. Thursday will be partly sunny and humid with the threat of a shower or thunderstorm. The highs will be up around 80 degrees. Friday will be partly cloudy with temperatures reaching the upper 70s. You'll find news when it breaks right here at Record Online, and stay on top of all that's happening by picking up a copy of tomorrow's Times Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.